Phil tells us that you could have been 23 and 25 if you didn't fall down for a pass.
Oh, he's still complaining
I didn't fall down. I got tripped. I got it was a penalty. I'm still complaining.
He also says that he's more prepared now to catch balls than you are to throw them. Do you think that's a fair assessment?
I know. I know I throw more than he catches footballs.
I know I run more than he throws, so let's put it that way.
Well, we just might have to find out.
Well, let's go, man. I got these shoes on. They're pretty comfortable. I can go in the parking lot right now.
I have to drop back and take 6 hitches down.
Thanks so much.
See you guys.
Thanks, man. Sir, you got a question?
Yeah, who are you again?
Yeah.
Just your general emotions about the reunion.
I think once we all got together last night, it was better than I even thought. I don't know if I really thought what it was going to be like to see everybody again. But we went in the room, the laughs, the feelings, and all that they were much greater than I expected. And I think what we all found out 25 years later, nobody's changed. The same things that went on in the locker room went on last night. Bobby Johnson, came in late. It's this, and whatever it was. It was really funny. I hadn't laughed that hard probably since I left the locker room. It was great.
Is it hard to believe it's been 25 years?
Yeah, I guess so. I think about it. Boy, time just goes so fast. I think we all said that. And I'll tell you the other thing that caught my attention last night. I thought everybody looked really good, and for being that long and playing pro football, I thought everybody was in really good health. So that was really a great thing to see. And
who doesn't look good though? It's got to be somebody.
That's a good question.
How about the writers?
The writers?
How do they look?
They've aged much more than the players.
Rough living.
Of course, I'm just talking about you, sir.
Yeah, I understand.
No, it's good, but it was really a lot of fun, and I even said last night I played football, basically my whole life, and all the way through the Giants, and I never stood in front of the team one time and said one word because I didn't like that, and so they made me get up last night. And I was like, oh my gosh, and I said a few things, took a few shots at people, and then. But I said it was like Bill Parcells said in the locker room when the game was over, and it was all. He just goes, "Look, you'll carry this with the rest of your life," And said a few other things. I went, "Wow, it's so true," and it's amazing to win the Super Bowl. That bond it's incredible. It's and as time goes on, it's only gotten stronger. So when I see guys, no matter who it is, I can run into whoever, The guy that was the 53rd guy on the roster that year for his 53, I can't remember how many we had in that game. But if I see him somewhere in the airport, it's like we relive, talk, and smile, and it's a great feeling.
I know you felt confident going into that Super Bowl because you practiced in warm weather in LA, but you could not have imagined 22 to 25.
Well, of course I did think that. But people always ask me things like, I saw somebody on TV, a writer, going like, wow, that came out of nowhere, it's just whatever. And I go, well then, you didn't follow sports because we were pretty hot at the end of that season for quite a while and had a lot of big games. And, we played for a coach that was not afraid. And I don't think I realized that as much when I played for Bill until I got done. I looked back at big games, moments, and I started getting into TV going, damn, Bill takes a lot of chances. And that was the way he is. So that Super Bowl, I think, just kind of personified everything that Bill Parcells was as a coach.
But your confidence went to another level during that week of practice, didn't it?
Well, that's the story. It sounds good. But, I don't know. I don't remember the week going, wow, this is really a special week of practice that it's going to carry over. Believe me, I had a lot of great weeks of practice where I went out really, as Bill would say, are you watching the same game I'm watching? And I think that's the other thing that makes it all special. For all the players, all the stories that were told last night, even guys that got up and said, Coach, I didn't like you when I played for you. But, man, once I got away from here, I realized how much you taught us all and all that. So that was great to hear. But I think the way Bill coached the team, the way he is, with his wit, gosh, it's hard to say Bill Parcells is wit, but But just the way he handled players, the way he talked, it was so different. Never been around anybody like it in coaching, and my whole life, I still haven't seen anybody like him as I've covered games since I've been playing. And I think that's really what made it special, because it was very personal, and it worked.
Can players today have that tough skin to take the job? You and him used to go at it quite a bit on the sideline.
Well, listen, sometimes, that's overblown too. Believe me, I never talked to him one time not thinking and knowing he's the big man. And there was always a line and a fear that was involved in it. So, and could players take him today? Probably no. No, because back in the mid-'80s, a lot of us grew up with tough coaches. That's all there was. You couldn't coach football unless you were just the toughest guy on earth. And so we could accept Bill. But, today's players are great, but you know it, right? They could never handle the way he was back then. And I used to go down and watch him in his last coaching stop in Dallas and go, is this the same guy I played for? I mean, he was like Carvel ice cream, man. He was soft as hell. And those players thought it was really over the top tough. And I just kind of laughed and go, gosh, but that's the way the game is. That's the way it is. Everything's changed. Society. And would you guys let Bill coach the same way that he did back in the mid-'80s then? Would you guys let him do it? I'm serious, Jeremy.
Only if he won.
Yeah, would you? Yeah, that's right. He had to win big. No, would you? You would question his ways and this. I love it still. I turn on the TV all the time. Well, that way doesn't work anymore. Well, it can't work anymore because people won't know. So great question. Yes, he is. So yeah, but it's not as verbal. Bill Belichick, yes, I'd say in the NFL, I'd say he's the toughest coach out there right now. Yes. I'll tell you the other tough guys, Mike Tomlin, Pittsburgh. I can't gauge them all. I'm just telling you, Pittsburgh's pretty damn tough too.
What can you observe these days? The relationship between the two Bills.
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm sure it's good. I think time. I don't know if there's always a little something there, but they both have to admire what the other one brings and does, and we both have had great careers. And Bill Belichick, I'll just say this. I haven't seen him yet today. I heard he's going to be here. I hope he is. He never tires. And he'll still be I believe he can coach till he's 70 the same way. He just doesn't tire. He never tires of the process. That's what makes him really unique.
Could you have imagined back then? Could you have
Hey, Bobby.
Bill?
Bobby, hey, good to see you. I see you on TV, man. You got great TV hair, doesn't he? It's a handsome fellow.
It's not his.
It's not his? It doesn't matter. What?
I forgot the question.
Yeah, I like
Could
that.
you have imagined the coaching staff at that time? You've got 5 Super Bowl rings combined. Did you know at the time it was that special?
No, of course not. But as time goes on, it's funny. I love looking at history and everything, and I look back at a lot of great teams that had long runs, and you look at the coaching staffs, you go, oh, now we kind of know why. And that coaching staff we had, I have NFL coaches say things to me every year. We'll go over the coaching staff that we had, and they'll go, it's unbelievable. And, I remember Tom Coughlin as wide receiver coach. I just go, how extraordinary he was. Whoever, Bill Belichick, Al Groh, we had guys coaching positions that should have been head coaches. So it was, look, it all has to, it's amazing how everything has to work to win a Super Bowl. So I'm very grateful we were able to win 2. But man, we did have a great coaching staff.
How stunned were you when Bill left after the second Super Bowl?
I don't know. I'd heard all the rumors, so I don't think I was stunned. I don't remember a lot about it. I think, really honestly, I laugh about it, but I tell people, and I kind of mean it, it's probably the first time I took a deep breath in 8 years. Because, listen, I only mean this respectfully, that it was rough. It was rough every day, big guy. mean, every day. It's like telling your editor, telling you, Serby. Well, he knows you. He wouldn't say this to you, but he wants the best story you've ever written today. You got to do it again today. I mean, that's the way it was with us. So the pressure was great. It was real, and he always applied it.
You get a chance to speak to Lawrence last night?
Just a little, because there were so many guys there, but Lawrence had a lot of laughs, and it was fun to see him. And I think everybody was happy to see him. And I said he's still, of course I knew the answer, he's still playing a lot of golf. And okay, of course, playing a lot of golf. But I think I hate to speak for him, but I think it was a great thing for him. For him to be around everybody and everybody to see him and say hi to him again.
Tell your Super Bowl MVP performance. Talk about the culmination of the season.
Yeah, Seattle lost guys from 9 in a row. 5 of those were by points for them.
Yeah.
And one of them was, of course, the 4th and 17 pass to Bobby Johnson. Talk about that. Talk about that run you guys had towards the end of the season.
Well, you know, nowadays that wouldn't be a big deal because the NFL's gotten so close. Everybody plays close games almost every week. You know, I don't know. I think in sports, you know, I listen to everything, and they're always, oh, this guy's great in the clutch, this. Well, you know, you're great in the clutch because you got a lot of good players, and of course we won a lot of close games because we had a lot of good players. So when you have a lot of good players, somebody's going to make a play in a big moment to help you win. And you know, of course, I believe coaching has a bigger impact on the outcome of the games in football more than any other sport by far. And so we had a great advantage there too.
Phil, Henry said that this could possibly be the last time you all are together in one spot with the fans celebrating. He said it means a lot to him. How much does it mean to you thinking about that statement?
Well, it means a lot. I think it means more to me now that I'm involved. And, you know, I sat at the table this morning and just got destroyed by Jim Burt, Brad Benson. You know, that whole crew was like, it's like we never left, just taking every opportunity to say something negative about me. So that was good. And because I think Eric Howard said something to me, and Jeff Rutledge, I go, hell, I deserve it. So, you know, I take it. And so to do something like this, you could see is a big undertaking. And, you know, we give Harry Carson and George Martin and the Maras all the credit because they got it done.
You think there are going to be games to call this fall?
I do. I've never thought for a second that the season would be not a complete one. In fact, now I really believe it'll start on time. I believe training camp will start on time. Do I have any inside information? Maybe. But I really do think it will.
If there hadn't been a stoppage in '87, you think this team would have done big things that season?
You know, maybe. It's hard to say. I know that I remember going to training camp that year, and I just remember every day that there was always something missing. The feeling, the energy, the excitement of a new season. All that was talked about was the strike, and you know, I'm not making excuses. I thought it really, really affected our team greatly, but more in training camp than anything. We were awful every day in practice, training camp, and we played awful in the exhibition season. And it carried right over into our first 2 games, and then we woke up, oh, we're on strike. So,
Did you watch the strike games?
of course I did. I watch everything. I watch arena football. I saw Canadian football games, about 15 of them last year.
Why?
So I watch them. That's what I do. Jeremy, I watch everything you do.
You're the one.
I get information. I love that about it. People always say, what do you love about your job? Well, I watch games for a living. That's rough stuff. And then I listen to everybody on TV, and I either go, I steal what they're saying because I agree, but most of the time I disagree. So it just gives me a lot of thought, and that's why I do it.
Well, were you rooting for or against the replacement Giants?
Oh, hell, I was rooting for them, baby, because I knew it counted. Man, you know.
So you ever forgive